Hi friends, it's Emily at Jones Design Company here for another coffee chat. This is where we just sit, and if we were out having coffee together, we were sitting face to face, maybe these are some of the things that we would talk about. So today, I'm not drinking coffee, I'm drinking water from my favorite water bottle, which is really funny. I had my hair cut at my hairdresser maybe 2 years ago, and I left this water bottle there. And then I switched and I went to someplace else, and I just wasn't getting a very good haircut, so I decided to go back to him just, a couple weeks ago. And he pulled this water bottle out of he had it out on some shelf. It had dust all over it. It was 2 years ago that I had left it there, and I was so excited to have it back. Anyway, my favorite water bottle. I'm drinking water today. When you listen to this or watch this, I will be in North Carolina. Oh goodness, North Carolina or South Carolina, I should know the difference, but I'll be visiting my friend Michaelin. You might know her as The Nester, and she writes a wonderful blog. She's like a blogging superstar in my mind, and we've become friends. She actually, I feel like I owe so much of kind of my start and the early confidence that I had just because she posted something about me early on when I was blogging, and I just feel like that really propelled me and gave me confidence. Anyway, I'm going away for the weekend to go hang out with her and some other girls, and I have a little something in my chest right now. It's cold and flu season, and I'm just really hoping I don't have a cold or the flu. So I'm drinking lots of water, which I like anyway. I kind of prefer water. Anyway, so today for our coffee chat or our ice water chat, I have something a little bit different. Last time I did this, I had a bunch of comments from people asking different questions. And so what I've done is I've taken a handful of questions from a reader named Mandy, and I'm going to answer her questions today in coffee chat. So thank you, Mandy, for letting those be on the comments. Okay, so the first one that she has is, what's your morning routine? You guys, I do not have a very glamorous morning routine. My kids, let's see, my 12-year-old is in middle school. He is in 6th grade, and Ryan works from home with me now, so he has been getting up with Ethan, my oldest, to get him off to school. He has to be up and out of the house by 6:50, which is just not a good hour in my world. And so Ryan gets up with Ethan, he gets him off, and then I get up at about, my alarm goes off at 7:15. I probably don't get out of bed till about 7:40 to get the other three off to school, and we have to leave the house at about 8:10. So I give myself about 30 minutes. Basically, that means I put on some yoga clothes or like workout clothes, or if that's what I've slept in, I just keep that on, make lunches, grab them breakfast, and then drop them off at school, just wearing whatever I'm wearing. And then I come home and the house is quiet. So I love just doing a little cleanup around. I like to have my place like back to square one before they get back in the afternoon. I'm not really a breakfast eater, but sometimes I force myself to eat a little breakfast, maybe like some yogurt with granola or something. And then I usually try to do a She Reads Truth devotional. Right now I'm actually doing a study called Open Your Bible, also by the girls at She Reads Truth, but it is published by Lifeway. And I think I'm on day 3 or 4, so I can't really say that much about it, but so far I really like it. It's a little different than a devotional. It's a little more of a Bible study. I'm doing it independently, but it's definitely one that you can do with a group. And I think so far what I like about it is sometimes with Bible study or with devotionals, it becomes so much like, what does this mean to me? And I think sometimes we lose just like opening our Bible and just reading God's word. In fact, at church a few weeks ago, the speaker that day was talking about when you read a story from the Bible, our automatic thing is that we want to look at that story and go, okay, what does that mean for my life? And how can I apply this? Which is good to do, but sometimes the Bible stories are really just about God. And they're not about us, they're about God. And so that's what I feel like this Bible study is going to do, is that it's going to help us, help me, open up my Bible and just learn about God. Learn about who Jesus is, what God's character is like, and then apply some of that to my life. So I'm really excited about that one. I'm only, I think I said like on day 3, so we'll see how that one goes, but I'll let you know. So that's my morning routine. After I finish that, I'll go hang out in my office for pretty much the rest of the day until the kids get home from school. half the time I don't even stop to take a break and eat lunch or anything, because I love working. I love just like sitting there on my computer and just doing what I need to do, or taking pictures or whatever. So that's my morning routine. Isn't that very exciting? I shower typically in the evening, and then I dry my hair just a little bit and then let it dry the rest of the way overnight. Otherwise, it takes me way too long to dry this massive amount of hair. And so I don't shower in the morning, and then usually I will get dressed, like after I drop the kids off at school, I'll get dressed in something a little bit more normal, and I usually feel a little bit better about myself. Speaking about clothes, you guys always ask me in these coffee chats, what are you wearing? So today I've got on one of my favorite sweatshirts. It's from Mindy May's Market. It's called the double hooded sweatshirt. I don't know, but it has like these two hoods that really don't function other than that they just look cool that they're two hoods and a zipper. My sister was wearing, I think, this exact same sweatshirt when we were on vacation last summer, and I loved it and needed to have one. So now she has one, my other sister-in-law has one, my mom has one. We all love these sweatshirts from Mindy May's Market. I'll put a link below with all of these sources. Okay, that was morning routine. Second one, ways I like to relax. I think that's a great question. Lately, I've been getting back into reading, so reading a good book is probably my number one way. I read probably most of all from an iPad, or since I upgraded to this ginormous phone, I read just from the Kindle app on my phone, or sometimes a paper book, but usually it's just so easy to push the like one click buy from Amazon, and so a lot of times I just read from my Kindle. So that's one thing. I think Ryan gets a little annoyed sometimes when I read because I just completely zone out and just get into my book, and so I am a little difficult to pull away from that, but that's what I like to do. I love listening to podcasts or audiobooks. Right now I'm listening to the Serial podcast, season 2, and I think I'm all caught up, so now I need something else to listen to. And Ryan and I just finished, we just caught up with the show called, Suits. So good, and we love it, and we started with season 1 in the fall, and we've already gone all through season 5, and neither of us are big TV watchers. Ryan especially is not a TV watcher, so it just was really nice for us to have just a thing that we would watch together. So now we're caught up, so now we need a new show, or maybe we'll just have summer and read, or spring. It's not summer yet. Okay, so that's something I like to do. And then, the other day I was kind of it was so rainy outside, and Ryan's been out of town, and I was just kind of bleh. And so for the first time probably in my life, I was like, I just really want to go work out. I just really want to go to bar. My best friend has always said that before, like, I think I just don't feel great. I just need to go for a run. And I'm like, the last thing I want to do when I don't feel good is go for a run. I want to like snuggle up on the couch and read a book. But the other day I was like, I really want to go to bar class. And I think it's just because I finally found the workout thing that I love. I love going to bar. I feel like I can do it well because I used to be a ballet dancer, and so I feel like I know how to hold myself. Although if you've never been to bar and you are not a ballet dancer, you could totally do it. You don't have to be a ballerina or even know the positions. It's amazing. It's a great workout. I feel like it's toning my body. I feel stronger. And I just feel like pretty when I'm doing it. That seems so weird. But finally I've found my fitness thing that I love to do. So now I can say that one way I like to relax is to do bar. Okay, next question. What are your favorite holiday destinations? I wish in America that we use the word holiday for vacations, but I use the word vacations typically, but I think holiday is such a cuter word. So vacations, I love vacations, but I think because we had so many kids so quickly, and for 10 years I was either pregnant or nursing, we just haven't done a ton of like traveling and vacations. So now that we're in this different phase of life, our oldest is 12, our youngest is 6, and they're easier to leave at home, and then they also are easier to travel with. I hope that we do a bunch more travel. I really love going away with Ryan. I love staying in a hotel, and so my favorite place probably is Maui. We've been there a few times. Love Hawaii, and on the West Coast, it's much easier to get to Hawaii than it is maybe if you're kind of in the South or on the East Coast. But of course it's lovely there. I went to Seaside, Florida with some girlfriends, my college friends, a few years ago, and I just can't get enough of that place. It was beautiful and amazing. I can't wait to take my family there. And then I think the vacations that we mostly do are family vacations, and each year my whole family, my mom and dad and sisters and all the kids and my aunt and uncle and some cousins, we all rent a house. Maybe you've seen it on Instagram. It's called the farmhouse. We've outgrown it. We can't go there again this year. But it's just this, I mean, it's not even like in a nice place or anything, but we just all go to this farmhouse, and it has a pool, and we don't leave. We just wake up and we hang out at the pool, and then from 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock, I don't know who came up with this brilliant idea, but it's quiet time, and so the kids have to go inside, and then none of them are young enough that they nap anymore, but it's still just established. Nope, this is kid quiet time. You guys go inside, and they watch a movie or they play board games or whatever they do. We don't even know. We give them some snacks and send them away, and then it's just adult time at the pool. So the best idea ever, I think it might have been my little sister's idea, so thanks Hillary for that. So that's probably our favorite vacation. I hope when we turn 40, so I'm 37, in a couple of years, Ryan and I really would love to go to Europe. So Scotland and England are for sure on my must-see list, and I think he'd really like to go to Italy. So maybe when we turn 40, we'll do a big Europe trip. Probably just the two of us or with friends, not with the kids. Date night ideas. Well, I wish that I had fabulous date night ideas. Like I said, Ryan works from home with me, so we're together a lot, and we really love hanging out. And so I just don't feel like we do a lot of date nights. I know it's different if he worked, all day long and was out of the house, and then we wouldn't have a whole lot of time together. I'm sure we would make a much better effort towards it, but because we spend so much time together, it feels a little indulgent. But we're boring, and we kind of live in a boring town where there's not a lot to do. So we go to sushi, or we go to Starbucks and sit and talk. But I think we could really up our date night game. So if you have any great ideas for date nights, creative things or cheap things or whatever ideas you have, will you share with us so that we can kind of up our date night game? Okay, and then one more question, and then I'll stop talking. Music that I'm listening to. I have a really strange, not strange, but I'm kind of all over the place. I love classical music, and I think it's just because when I was a ballet dancer as a girl, I loved that. So I like that. If I'm in the car with the kids, typically there is no music on, and that I think is really weird. I just told Ryan that the other day. He's like, really? That's so weird, because he's really the music guy, so he usually will turn on whatever it is that is popular probably at the time, and he usually wants to have music on, but I think I am just so in my head sometimes that I just like the quiet, so a lot of times it's just quiet. But music that I love to listen to, since that was a question, is currently I'm into Justin Bieber, which I've never really gotten over Justin Bieber. I think I liked him from the beginning, and I still like him, and regardless of the bad life choices that he has made, I'm still for him. I am for Justin Bieber, but his newest album is just fun. I love his music. I think it just puts you in a good mood. There's one song that I just keep listening to on repeat, and I wake up listening to it, and I don't really even mean to. Like, I'm kind of over it, but I can't stop. Anyway, I really love that song. I'll link to it because I think it's great. And then for worship music, I've been listening for a while to Shane and Shane, and what's their album called? I don't know. Hold, please. It's called Shane and Shane, the Worship Initiative. Shane and Shane, I think they've been around since before I was married, like in college. Probably my little cousin loved them, and I still really, really like them. The Worship Initiative by Shane and Shane, there's some songs that I listen to on repeat because I love them. And then when Ryan, he uses Spotify, which I feel like is too complicated for me. I can't figure out Spotify. And so I use Pandora. Sometimes I'll listen to like the Pentatonics station on Pandora, or Taylor Swift, or what else? Today's Hits sometimes, but that can get a little inappropriate for the kids. But the Spotify station that we listen to at home, that's on like our in-the-house stereo thing, and I always go to it, is called Acoustic Afternoon, and I love it. It's like covers of songs of like hip I don't know. I think when you use the word hip, it automatically makes you unhip. Anyway, cool. I mean, that's probably not the right word either. Popular songs that are popular on the radio, and kind of covers of them, slowed down-ish versions that are acoustic. A little bit moody, but it's not so moody that it like makes you depressed. It's just, it's like happy. It's good acoustic afternoon music. Anyway, I like that station a lot. That one's great. Man, you guys, I talked your ear off. So happy Friday, if this is when you're watching it, and I'll be with Michaelin this weekend. You can kind of keep up with us on Instagram if you'd like to follow along. I'm at Jones Design Company. I'd love to have you over there. Otherwise, I hope you have a great weekend, and I'll check back in with you to do another coffee chat in a couple weeks. All right, talk to you later.